T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Have you or a friend been injured on the job while caught between the Avengers and the baddies? If so, you might be entitled to thousands of dollars. Don't let these unnatural disasters get the best of you. Take it from me, former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Jerry McLeod. I know firsthand what it's like cleaning up an Avenger-sized mess. So if you've been eye-lasered, Hulk smashed, Thor lightninged, anything short of this, then the Avengers owe you money. Tony Stark has some deep pockets. Pepper Potts has some deep pockets, and you deserve compensation. The Avengers might fight for your freedom, but I'll fight for you.
Hey, I'm Jen Page.
I'm John Curtis.
And this
with
is
the
Nerd Couple Show.
Oh!
Now we wait for Harley to do her thing because she's tired. Okay, Harley, guess what? First show, and we've already not done it right.
But you know how to love me like a nerd.
We missed you guys.
One day we'll get tech right.
Yeah.
It's not today.
Yeah, we only rehearsed for 3 months.
Actually rehearsed for 2 minutes last night.
What's
Guys,
up? Welcome back.
it's a very harsh morning. Nothing was working. I'm very frustrated right now. I want to throw things.
Oh, I know. But don't give that to the nerds.
They
Give
need to
them
know
good
why
stuff.
I'm angry. I know I'm always angry, but
Oh,
it's not
boy.
his fault for once.
Oh.
What do we got going on today? We got we're gonna catch up on what we've been watching and playing.
Yes.
We're gonna play some nerd games, of course,
Mhm.
and we are gonna dive into some news, including the ongoing Scarlett Johansson Disney drama.
Ooh, and maybe a few new things. Who
Well, we're
knows?
also gonna give away some new nerd merch.
What?
New nerd merch. Giving
What?
it away.
The Nerd Couple Show.
Okay. So I can't believe how badly that open went. So let's start it off with an audience game. Dead body. Here we go.
Oh,
So,
good.
Guys, type in your answers for dead body here. It's the nerdiest thing to do with your body after death. Example, put your ashes in an hourglass of chess for a chess tournament. Now, you know how John hates when we talk about what we would do with my dead body.
Hate it so much.
So what will we do? Why also am I'm like way over here. I think we need to move this way. It's a whole thing. This is a whole new show that's the same old show of problems.
But we're in a spaceship.
Good morning, everybody. I love seeing all the nerds back. Jason, Dave, Maria, Christina, Summer, Kate, Levi, Brian. Thank you guys all for being here on this day back. We're going to be with you every second Saturday because it's way too much to do every week right now with everything we have going on.
So every second Saturday of the month. Nerds at 10 a.m. Pacific.
Do you want, so John got, I can't even get my computer screen out of there. I'll try that. John was selected for the Black Magic Collective Emerging Actors Initiative.
Yes, I'm very
One
excited
of
about
8
that.
actors who were picked for that.
I don't know if you remember from last show, but I was undergoing some life changes. I had left the hotel that I'd worked at for more than like 14 years. Decided to jump back into acting, and I'm doing this intensive program. We're doing everything. We're meeting
It's
directors.
not a program. He makes it sound like it's something he paid for.
It's an initiative.
He was selected.
That's true.
He's already met with really cool people who are shaping the actors, and it's very exciting.
It's amazing.
So Levi says he would turn my bones into dice for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I really hated this game, but now I like it.
So you're okay with my bones being your Dungeons and Dragons dice?
Come on, Jen, 20.
I'm constantly giving you ones. You throw my dice in the trash. Summer says, have it sitting up when people arrive at the funeral. It's been done. Ew.
What?
Just like your skeleton?
I don't like that.
don't
I'm
like
back
that
to
one
not
either.
liking the game. Levi, give me more.
Anybody else got some things they would do with their bones? Jay says, imbue my ashes into a kyber crystal. Ooh.
Back to liking the game.
I do like that. You're wearing your kyber crystal.
I am. Green kyber crystal.
It's inscribed with L.A. Rand on it, although it's in Star Wars font, so you wouldn't know.
My favorite nerd. I'm sorry, what? So as you guys saw, we have a new sponsor. Did you see that at the top of the show?
Oh my God. Let's not go there. What else? Okay. What we've been watching. Oh, Brian says, flush me. I'm dead. I don't care. That's not very nerdy. Come on. You guys got nerdy things you do. What would you do? What's a nerdy thing you do with your bones?
With my bones? I don't know. I think I'm going with the way of Brian McKee. Burn me up and then scatter my ashes over a...
I'll just take you to Skywalker Ranch and scatter you around.
Give me to Lucas. Tell him that I'm salt. So
I'm
he
gonna
can
ask-
spread me over his food.
Oh my God. Oh my. Okay. This just was fine. Okay. What have the nerds been watching? What have you guys been watching? We just want to. So here's a problem. I have a ton of shows that I'm watching, and he just goes to sleep. So I can only watch like one show a day with him, and it's really frustrating.
Not working nights anymore has shifted my whole sleep schedule. And I've become like an old person because when I get up to go to the gym at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I see all the old people walking, and I'm like, I am one of you now.
Yeah. So last night
I stayed up last night.
We're caught up on Ted Lasso.
Oh, so good.
That's like John's favorite show.
Remember
on TV.
when we were back on earlier, we were raving about Ted Lasso. Now everyone's on board.
Kate says Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso's amazing. Every show.
Maria
gets better.
says she finished Shadow and Bone in like 3 days.
Wow. Let's give.
I couldn't get into it. You do it. I'm not getting. No. Okay. We are not getting into any more shows together. I'm asking them for shows I can watch by myself. So
we do have a good lineup of shows.
I
Together,
did watch. I went back and revisited Dawson's Creek because on Netflix.
Okay. I have something to say about that.
Anyway, so that was interesting because I remembered some of the episodes. I watched it religiously when it was on TV, but I can't remember any of it. And then I would remember some. I don't know. It was interesting to rewatch.
My Bishop fishing trip with the guys' annual trip.
Do you notice how he just waits for the thing he wants to say?
But it's
He
related
doesn't
to the thing
listen to
you're
what I'm
seeing.
saying.
What were the guys playing on in the background? Some Dawson's Creek.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you boys are doing in your undies, drinking your beers. You better not be drinking beers.
We all care. Everybody cares about the Bishop fishing trip. 25 years in a row.
I'm currently now doing a 30 Rock rewatch because it's on Netflix. It's kind of funny how things are kind of cringy because the jokes are like, "Oh, you can't say that anymore."
Example.
There's so many.
Because I was watching and it still held up.
But no, it still holds up. I'm just saying every once in a while you're like, "Oh, that didn't age well." Like there was a whole Bill Cosby thing. I'm like, "Oh, this didn't age well." But most of the jokes are still pretty accurate, which is kind of sad because we're still a racist, terrible country that we live in. We're watching Miracle Workers together.
Oh,
We're in
so good.
season
Season 3. So wait, they started in heaven. Then they went to
Medieval times.
medieval times. Now they're in the wild, wild west.
They're on the Oregon Trail.
Oh, I love it so much.
Nothing's been as good as the first season, but it's still entertaining. I mean, Daniel Radcliffe's pretty great in it.
As always, Mr. Pata.
Schmigadoon. Anybody watching Schmigadoon?
I am.
I'm not. I'm talking about them. Are they watching it? Because I'm on the fence. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, that's a great musical number. And most of the time, I'm like, this is supposed to be a sketch show, and it's not really working for me.
Question for you: would the show? Because I don't think it should be I don't think it was meant to be a sketch show.
No, I think that they're acting like it's a
Okay.
sketch show.
So with different leads, would it be?
Yes,
better?
I said that from the beginning. Like, I just think that like the two leads are they're almost being so sitcom-y, and I feel like it'll work better with people who really played it and like really honest from a grounded place. I'm not saying they're bad. I mean, what's her name?
Cecily Strong, I think.
She's great. I'm not crapping on her. I just think that for my taste, I never like sort of cheesy factor. I like grounded. And like, there's been some numbers that they're just insanely good in the middle of this cheesiness.
Kristen Chenoweth brings it.
I think they're underutilizing her.
Oh.
But I really loved the tap. If you guys are watching the tap dance number with the kids, that was my kind of thing right there. I liked that. Kate says she did the first episode of Schmig. Main cast is miscast. Exactly.
Well, that's what
she
she's
agrees
saying.
with me. And What do we have? Didn't okay on Miracle Workers. She didn't like too much, but she's interested in the current one. Yeah, 2 was hard for me because it was so much poop talk all the time.
I loved it. Not because I love poop, but maybe poop talk.
Chris says he's been watching Attack on Titan, but we won't know what that is. Heh heh.
What?
Harley said she knows what it is.
What is it?
It's an anime.
Harley knows all the anime.
Aw.
Dave's watching Dickinson on Apple TV. I watched that when it came out. It's so good. If you haven't seen Dickinson, it's totally worth a watch. Tried to get him to watch it, but he's too lazy. It's too much sleeping to do.
There is a show we are going to watch.
Jason's been watching, I just lost it. Been watching Letterkenny and Top Gear.
Oh, we watched some Letterkenny on the trip. It's really good.
So Midnight, one of our buddies we play with, loves Letterkenny. It's the best show ever. I watched one. I just didn't get it.
Maybe you need to revisit. It's pretty funny.
Maybe it's boy humor.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hashtag from my sister. Poop is funny.
Here's one for you guys. If you might not even know this existed on Sci-Fi, there's a show called Surreal Estate, and it stars 2 of our stars from Schitt's Creek. Sarah Levy, and I don't know his real name. I'm really bad, but the guy who played Mutt. I think it's fun. It's kind of just like a procedural type haunted house kind of thing.
Maybe it was the procedural part I didn't like.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. At least it's something I can watch, but he doesn't care if I watch without him.
What happened to Resident Alien? Are they in hiatus?
Yes, babe. He literally every day says, do we have a Resident Alien? No, we do not have a Resident Alien. Seasons end.
I miss it.
Monsters at Work. You guys like Monsters at Work? He does this, but when he puts it on, he doesn't really pay attention.
No. But I'm halfway in the Harry Potter game, but I'm hearing every joke that comes out of it. And I cannot stop laughing. It's a half hour straight. It's like more of the movie.
I disagree.
Increments of more of the movie that you love.
The first movie was so stellar.
Yeah.
The show feels
direct continuation.
No, it feels like a lighter version of the movie, and it's not as interesting to watch.
The Monsters Inc. series.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's called Monsters at Work.
Same voices.
Really
good.
Kate says they love Monsters at Work
because it's amazing.
Because they're nerds. What else? Oh, okay. So we tried What If last night. He's loving it. I was just not. Cartoons are hard for me to get wrapped up in. If you're listening to the podcast, John has a mouth completely open and no words will come out.
So good. So What If follows was it The Watcher?
I guess.
The universe, different. He watches all the universes and what would have happened if one decision changed the course of history. So instead of Captain America, Steve Rogers becoming Captain America, Agent Carter becomes Captain Carter for Britain. And she kicks so much butt. It was so cool.
Her and Steve are still in love, and it's really weird because it's like big muscle girl with tiny.
I didn't mind it.
It bothered me. It's so unrealistic.
When they get down, she's just gonna crunch them up.
Oh my gosh, she went there. But it did have what is her name? Not Haley.
It had all the same voice actors except for Chris Evans.
Yeah. Bucky,
like even everybody. Stanley Tucci for playing the same role he did in Captain America, First Avenger.
All right, my final thing I want to tell you guys I binged because there's a controversy, and I already know Maria is going to be like,
my sister.
So Twilight hit Netflix, and I decided to rewatch Twilight because whatever, he's sleeping, I want to watch it. I went through the whole thing.
You want to admit this?
I went through the whole thing again, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to read the book. So I got the book. Now, Maria says, and almost all of you guys say the book is better. And here's what I want to talk about. The book is not better. The movies are tighter, more condensed, more intense versions of this book. Now, I do like that there's some things I learned more about them in the book, but I wouldn't have liked the book had I not been so into the movie, which I'm into as a romantic dramedy director. I just want to make a movie like that so bad with the breath and the tension and the need for each other.
Did you finish it?
I finished this.
I finished
Twilight in like a couple.
Okay, first of all, this is how I know
I've ordered New Moon.
This is how I know she's serious. She finished that big ass book
in like 2 days.
never seen you burn through a book like that.
Well, also, I used to in Harry Potter, and I have never found a series that's been as fun as Harry Potter. I think that I'm enjoying this though because I like getting to learn more about the movies that I've been engrossed in. And yes, I am now on my I just finished Twilight 1 for the third time, and I'm gonna go through them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read each book and then watch the movie again.
Last night I was able to stay up, and
I
Twilight.
know normally
was
he's
on
asleep, so I get to watch my Twilight.
She says, "quote Well, you get to see this dirty little habit."
No, I did not.
Something like that.
I said now you're gonna be involved in my nighttime habit. It's not
yeah.
dirty little habit. And I knew Maria was gonna have some kind of throw up, but hey, thank you, Christina, for being like, I love Twilight. Come on, man.
Justine's giving us a little hello. She can't stay, but she's saying, "Hey,
Justine, no, we need you." Jason, my bookmark. Yeah, I finished it and then I didn't know where to put the bookmark because I wanted to keep it for New Moon, so I just put it in the front.
fancy bookmark."
Christina says, I made Andrew, her husband, watch all of them with her. He likes them. I don't care what he says. See, I think John would actually like it because he is a romantic.
I've seen them before,
but you haven't watched them with fresh eyes. I
I
didn't like them in the movie theater. I would go see it because I'm like, oh, I should see the next one. I never liked them.
What did I do last night when she was like, and I was like, oh, and you're like, go to sleep.
I didn't think I was like, but then you were asking a million questions.
Just because I wanted to know, like, why isn't she
Okay.
dying it?
My nerd rant is over.
Okay.
Moving on. Look at that. Hardly on the board. Okay. Before we leave things we're watching, I want to go over some movies really quick.
Mhm.
We watched a lot. We've actually been surprised at how many movies there have come out in the theaters, even though the pandemic has kind of made it weird.
Right. So we were starting socially distanced in the theater, which I love.
I know. I
God,
liked
it's
having all
so
those
great
seats
not
around
having
me.
people
Yeah.
next to you. Anyway, we're happy to be back in the theater again. Masks, regardless, we got some reviews, yeah?
Well, reviews. We just want to kind of do a little hit or miss really quick. What we think you guys should see if you haven't seen it.
Dungeons and Dragons
starting
style.
with F9.
F9.
He did not want to see it.
I did not.
He went and saw it.
I did.
He liked it.
It's a hit.
Yeah. So we're going to say hit on that. We
Hit.
recommend you seeing that one. Quiet Place 2. I did not want to see. I hated Quiet Place 1. It was really boring to me. He was so desperate to see it. And I was like, fine, I'll just go. I was really engrossed in Quiet Place 2. I thought it was really good. So I definitely say see that one.
Quiet Place 2, hit.
We both say a hit. Black Widow.
I loved it. It's a hit.
One thing I liked about Black Widow was that they kind of were making fun of themselves. Like it wasn't taking itself seriously. Like how the sister would like make fun of how Black Widow would always jump and land in that position and flip her hair.
Yeah. The sister stole the show.
Sister stole the movie. She's from Fighting with My Family, which is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's so good. Go watch that one. But
Audience comment here. Levi says F9 trash.
why is it trash?
So I went in thinking, my God, it's gonna be so ridiculous. I've seen some of the trailer. My God, it's ridiculous. However, it somehow worked.
I think and here's the other thing about F9, going back really quick. I really appreciate because the director doesn't rely on just visual effects. Like they do real effects. Like that time when you saw the red car goes through the building, that was them doing that. And I feel like to be able to choreograph chase scenes where it's just not just a fast chase scene. It's like I have to turn here and do this so that the car does this. That's important stuff.
Also, if you hear Vin Diesel talk about these movies, it makes you love them 1,000 times more because he loves them like his children.
Oh.
That's our producer Harley, for those of you who are new.
Vin Diesel, Dungeon Master, go.
So back to Black Widow. Maria says, love Black Widow. I'm too much of a scaredy cat to watch Quiet Place.
I mean, it's jumpy, but it's not scary.
All right, so let's keep moving forward.
Yeah,
We have a lot to get through on this show.
Okay.
Black Widow. So besides that and the sister, and also the guy who's Hopper? What's his real name? I always forget. David what?
Attenborough.
I can't remember his name. I'm
Yeah.
terrible with names. I gotta be better about that. They stole the movie.
Yeah.
Like
So good.
I was actually saying that I think Scarlett Johansson did not seem to be the biggest star in the film because they were so good.
But I think that the sum of the parts just
No, it was great,
Yeah.
and she was great. I'm just saying, like that we're talking about like movie star quality, like
standouts, man.
insane.
They really elevated that movie. What's next? We got Snake Eyes.
wait,
Okay.
wait, so Black Widow, I guess obviously we say
Hit.
go see it. It's a hit. Okay.
So, Snake Eyes. I was so excited to see his movie.
I was not.
So
Dragging me
good.
there.
I dragged her. I'm like, come on, this is katanas and pra.
At one point, I fell asleep for probably 15, 20 minutes, and I woke up and I missed nothing.
I really wanted to like it, man.
I say skip it. It's a
It's
miss.
a miss. Blarg.
Jungle Cruise.
Oh, I liked it.
Here's my thing on Jungle Cruise. I think it's worth watching, but I would say wait for it to be free on Disney streaming.
No, go for the dad jokes alone.
The problem is Jungle Cruise is 30 minutes too long. Had it been an hour and a half, it'd have been a really good, solid movie. But it really dragged out too many storylines. All the acting is fun. It's a little weird when they get into the Pirates of the Caribbean exact sign, almost like exact storyline and stuff.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Lazy
but
writers.
But it got me right away with like they went in and they had the Jungle Cruise jokes and it made it work and it was so fun seeing The Rock in that.
The Rock and Emily Blunt just
And Emily Blunt is a
tour de
superhero
force is
badass.
just brilliant. Like
Yeah. So, but I will say it is a hit. You should definitely see it. And finally, the most recent movie we watched.
Suicide Squad.
Have you guys seen Suicide Squad yet? So the first one,
So,
I think
spoiler
most
alert.
people didn't like. There's no spoiler alert. Do you have something to spoil?
Oh yeah, I guess I don't.
We don't have to spoil anything to tell you that
Yeah.
Harley Quinn is, as always, steals the movie. Everybody else is fine enough.
There's one scene that Harley Quinn has that it could have been a whole movie by itself. That's how well she carries it. It's a fight scene, but whatever. I will say this: we both liked it, and then I went and listened to the critics talk about it, and I thought, oh, there's gonna be a couple that like it at least. Everyone was trashing it, and like
I don't
thinking
know,
the
what do
Ayer,
people
the
want?
Will Smith one with Bullseye was better. And I'm like,
What?
what are you watching?
Come
Come
on. What's his
on.
name? Deadeye or Deadshot?
I don't even know.
The second one, the new one's so much better. I would love to see if you guys have seen it. Levi
Yeah.
says Suicide Squad's trash. One, I will never call a movie
but-
trash because I am a filmmaker and I think that everybody works their ass off to make a movie. So whether I say skip it or see it, I don't think anything's trash.
So Levi, this one Suicide Squad better or worse than the first Suicide Squad that was like 4 years ago?
So I will say, I won't tell you why, but the ending, the weird ending thing almost took me out. But I think James Gunn did such a good way of making it comic booky and making it work that I was in it the whole time. I enjoyed it. So I'm going to say hit. For me.
Hit.
Okay. Maria says she hated the first Suicide Squad and is hesitant to see the second. I agree. I was the same way.
Yeah.
It's fun though. But you know, if you have HBO Max, you can watch it for free. There's no loss.
And look,
But
at,
I do think it's a theater movie.
look at James Gunn's track record.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Come on.
Levi did like say it was better than the first for sure. Okay. We want to do a plea to you guys to join us on a journey.
Please. And I like half of you guys listening right now are already on it with us.
Harry Potter spells. I know it sounds dumb, but it's on your phone.
It's a Connect 3 game.
I
app,
will-
a la Candy Crush.
Try to share this video if I have it easily here. But basically, we want you to join us and be in our. You just go find the Nerd Couple Show.
The Nerd Couple Show is the club. Now you got to play the game a little bit, maybe 10 minutes to get to a point
Where
where you can actually allowed to join a club. So you just play, you have fun, 10 minutes, and then you can join our club.
I had a video, but we didn't put it up, so I'm just gonna probably move on because I wanted to show them how magical it was.
Well, we'll bring it to you next episode.
No, we won't. But you gotta join us. It's super magical. It's very Harry Potter-esque. All the spells, everything you do. But you could play it by yourself when you're like waiting for the dentist or on the John, like John.
Which I do.
The other thing we really
Hashtag-
want to have you guys join us for is so we got Oculus Quest 2s.
Yes.
And I got it strictly to exercise
Yeah.
because one, the medicine that I take makes me gain a lot of weight. Plus the pandemic, I gained a lot of weight. I also started Weight Watchers a month ago and I've lost 7 pounds since, so it's working. We're going to talk about weight loss here though in a second. But I want to ask, if you guys have an Oculus 2, we want you to join us in Beat Saber.
Oh my God. We can do a party and club and listen to the songs at the same time while we're Beat Saber.
We actually see you. Like John and
Yeah.
I wave at each other. And
We're going to have video for you next time or sometime in the future.
no, we won't. But
We will.
it's really good exercise and it's so fun. And it's one of those things where I hate exercise, but it keeps me going. I always think of summer. I'm like, summer would probably make me hate it, but also summer, it would be so fun to exercise together. So you should really think about it.
It's so cool.
Kate says, I'm in Beat Saber. Yay! We need to be Beat Saber friends.
Yes.
Although we will admit, we don't play with arrows because it's not fun for us if we have to think too hard. We just want to beat it and have a lot of fun and exercise.
Squat, beat. Phrasing.
Maria says, I wish it was so expensive. I thought it was expensive too, but the way the exercise it's bringing me, it's cheaper
You've
than a
already
gym
paid for
membership would ever be.
Yeah.
And I'm doing way more work than I ever would in a gym membership. But we also were playing Supernatural for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not going to recommend Supernatural because it's a monthly fee, but it's
an exercise.
But it was
game.
really fun and we were doing great. But I want to show you what's happened in the last 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Let's show you John Curtis when you knew him before we took a hiatus and John Curtis now.
Oh God.
Look at that.
Ay.
Like I was telling John, like the bigger him, I don't even remember him being that big. Like in my mind, he's always looked like the picture on the right. But bam, baby, you're kicking arse.
It's a lot of work, but
we will post that photo for you, those of you listening. We'll try to post it if you're okay with that on Instagram so that they can see it.
Yeah, you did not know I had 50 pounds to lose until I lost the 50 pounds.
Been intermittent fasting and working out twice a day, basically.
Essentially, like not skipping a day.
I mean, you watch what you eat, but you also let your self have something if you want it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but he's also a boy, so us women, we have to work a lot harder to get it. The other thing I wanted to bring up is, you guys know how I've always wanted to be a Jedi.
What do you mean? You're not a Jedi?
Well, I wanted to be one, and then I played Vader Immortal, and I had to fight off things with my lightsaber, and it's really exhausting work.
But you're good at it. You're
Oh,
better
God.
than me.
It's so exhausting. I don't want to be a Jedi. It's too much work. Well, if you're like a Jedi and you like have the Force, does it maybe feel like less work?
Yeah, obviously.
Because man, it's tiring. I am tired thinking about it.
It's so fun though. Saber blocking other sabers. Brr.
It's really no Vader Immortal. We got to go and get part 2 now because it really was fun. Like you really feel like, especially I have these paddles. Kate, you should get these paddles if you don't have them for Beat Saber. These handles, these sticks for your controller.
Oh, they're cool.
So Beat Saber, it's easier. We play ping pong VR, it's easier. But the lightsaber is the best because it feels like I'm holding a lightsaber, and John just has a thing in his hand.
Yeah, but it still works.
It's not as cool.
I
feeling.
know.
I don't know why you're so sorry.
How much are those? The paddles?
Like $15 or something.
Right.
There's nothing. They're nothing. Kate says it's so hard. Being a Jedi is exhausting. Okay. I think that we have. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have a guest today.
What?
We do.
So, you know how
Here.
there are stormtroopers out there that, they're on the ground, the troops, they're storming the rebel castle, they're doing all the dirty work. But no one ever talks about
He has a nervous habit where he hits his hands together. I'm going to hold his hands for him.
What are the guys behind the operation? The guys that are keeping things running while the other troopers are
like, it can't be fun to just be in the office while everyone else is having the fun.
Or is it?
We get to find out in our new segment called Ask a Trooper.
Ask a Trooper.
Hey! This is TB 10620.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here.
We are so excited to finally get to learn a little bit about the behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So first, just let us understand, what do you do exactly in the office? Like, what does that mean?
No, that is a fantastic question. It's also very super. Everything I do, everything that all the troopers do, very important. Speeder maintenance, very important. A lot of patrols. We walk around a lot, making sure everyone stays safe. A lot of armor buffing. We can't look this clean and shiny without a lot of hard work. Teddy bear wrangling. There's these little things, fuzzy things running around, just, annoying as all hell.
I'll take one if you want to give one to me.
They're everywhere. I mean, you can't walk 2 steps without tripping over one. Target practice. I mean, we spend hours and hours and maybe hit 1 or 2 things. It's just exhilarating. It's so fun.
Target practice.
So-
We actually have target practice.
Okay. Be honest.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Be honest. What's it like
Wait,
working?
first, really quick. Audience, if you have questions for
Oh, yes.
for TB10620,
Please
put them in the box.
Type them in the box. But I have a question, and be honest. What's it like working for Vader?
It's great. It's really, just no complaints, really. I mean, sure, he's the Dark Lord of the Sith. He's got a lot on his plate, and sometimes that can bubble up to the surface, and, he gives some people what we call throat hugs, and that's fine. That's fine.
What was that again?
Throat hugs.
Throat hugs. And that's, hey, listen, if I was that guy and I was that important, sure, you gotta kill a couple people just to vent. And that's great.
Oh my God. Okay, listen. I'll see the audience questions. Oh, wait. Maria asked a question. How much time is actually spent in target practice weekly?
How much time is spent? Listen, we're constantly shooting. I mean, look at right here. It's already, I got it 24/7 in the hand, but when it comes down to it is, you try to shoot something with one of these things on your face. Come on.
You would think all that money spent, they'd have better, face.
You would
be able to
think.
see.
Yeah.
So, okay. One more question. What are the, whoa, shit.
Okay, bye.
Well, you guess he had to take off. How about a word from our sponsor?
We'll go to commercial break.
Go
Yeah.
to commercial.
Have you or a friend been injured on the job while fighting Death Eaters? If so, you may be entitled to thousands of golden galleons. Feeling like a muggle? Take it from me, former Ministry of Magic accountant, Beak Buckman. I know firsthand what it's like to be on the losing end of a Cruciatus curse. So if you've been splinched, placed under an Imperious curse, anything short of Avada Kedavra, the Ministry owes you money.
Beak got me 1.3 mil.
Don't feel like you have to be Harry Potter himself to get compensation. We'll get your galleons and put them in Azkaban. Expecto the money.
I
We got some good sponsors coming back.
just don't know.
We,
I'm just really worried about TB. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Big
good.
thanks to TB10620. That was fantastic to have a guest of that caliber.
Yes. But guys, one of my favorite things is we finally are back so we can finally do our favorite game together.
What's
And Justine isn't here for the perfect
oh
one
my
for
God.
her.
This one is tailor-made for Justine and she's not here.
Love is blank. Get your phones out. Middle button. Predictive text.
Love is blank.
Love is gonna do it till I get a sentence. And okay, here's mine, guys. Love is a good thing to do it on the show, and it's not even like it's a big deal. What is yours?
Love is, this one is for me and the other ones are still waiting.
I am not okay with that. Harley, you got one?
Love is the worst.
Her phone knows her so well.
Wow.
Can you put up some of the ones starting with summer? Summer says, love is the perfect time to pull out a new friend.
Wow.
Don't go
Wow. Hey, I didn't go dirty. The predictive text
dirty.
went
Didn't
dirty.
go dirty.
It
Just pull
did.
out a new friend. Love is, it's time to pull out a new
I'll
friend.
pull up.
I'm going to pull out my new friend and give him a neck. What was it? A neck hug.
You're going to turn it on here.
What is Brian says? Can't play this week. Not allowed. Phones in the park. Oh, he's at
What?
the Renaissance Fair.
So
jelly.
Awesome. We need
How
pics of that.
funny. Christina Avina, throw hers up. Love is a bit more like a
A
bitch.
Oh my
Dan,
God.
David Land. Love is an illusion.
Ooh.
That's so deep.
Ooh.
Levi. Love is that baby, babe.
Levi's predictive text just made a boy band song.
Summer says, love is love. Aww.
Aw.
Kate, love is the only thing you can make with your life.
What?
Wow.
That
that's
fits in
so
with her MO.
deep.
I know. These are producing very high quality texts.
Do I have any more? I don't want to miss any. Tanya
Tanya?
says, I can't hear at work. Love is a hospital and a good day. Whoa.
I mean, that is, hospitals are full of love. At least people who are working with love.
Jason, love is the only thing that has to do with the World Series.
Oh, winner, chicken dinner. Let's go, Dodgers.
And finally, Dave, love is a good day and a great weekend.
Aww.
I like ending on that. That's so nice.
Good.
That's so nice.
Oh, good. Good.
Well, while
Good,
I'm
good.
happy, let's do some happy nerd memes.
Ooh.
'Cause you know how to love me like a nerd.
This meme had me. It's so funny because when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's too real. So Cap 2020, throw that up there. This is it's a photo of Cap running towards Falcon, and Falcon is in front of him looking back, and Falcon says, me still processing 2020, and Cap says 2022 in 4 months.
On your left.
Is it really in 4 months?
Good God.
I literally do think like we're still dealing with 2020. I can't believe 2022 is like hitting us. This one blew my mind a little bit. You maybe knew this, but I didn't know. I was today years old when I learned that the Queen's Gambit Harry Beltic is Dudley
Shut
Dursley.
your face. What?
Jeff Koenig, thank you for that gem.
Wait. Gotta
wanna
talk
see it
about
again?
that. Please put it up again. What?
Yeah, we watched the Queen's Gambit. I thought that guy was great. Never once thought that was
recognize
Dudley
him.
Dursley.
So recognizable.
Good for that. What?
Ah, I know. Kate says it's still 2019.
Yeah, pretty much. What? What's happening?
She's in her mind. She's
Yeah.
like, these other years, they don't matter. This one was a pretty funny one. Kurt Cobain called from 1991. He says we're stupid and contagious.
Nah.
You need your drum. Bump.
Yes. Oh, I don't have any control. Hey, I don't have any controls anymore, so it means I can't screw that up anymore.
Yeah. We gave the controls to Harley.
Smart move.
This is another fun pandemic one. So you have Vader and Luke Skywalker at the end of the movie.
Take this mask off.
Luke,
You'll die. I have rights.
But here's my favorite part. Put the next one. Here's the comments on it. No. Is there not a comment one? Vader mask. Oh, really? I didn't get up there. Let me see if I just put it somewhere wrong. I want to show the comment was the funniest part of that meme. Dang it. Well, basically it was like somebody commented and then the mask came off and then somebody commented on him and then he died.
And the last one.
And the last one, this is from you a long time ago. We never put it up.
Yeah.
So it's Transformers in like raincoats. And it says randomly thinking about the time the Autobots forgot their best disguise was actually turning into cars.
We were in line at Universal, I think for Fast and the Furious ride when I saw that for the first time, and it was hilarious.
Like who thought what?
Transformers putting on clothing disguises.
Okay,
Hilarious.
are you ready for a controversial nerd meme?
Ooh, always.
All right, so throw up the Elsa one. So how come no one ever talks about how Hans was about to slice Elsa's freaking head off? It's like every character in the movie was G-rated Disney except for Hans. Hans literally came straight out of Game of Thrones.
How's that controversial? That dude was bad.
Yeah, but no one talks about the fact that he was
true.
literally going to kill her.
And let's not even talk about the psychological manipulation relationship games he was playing in the beginning. Dude was
pretty
bad.
dark. It's pretty dark.
We could do a whole Hans prequel. Origin of Hans.
No, nobody.
Yeah.
I agree with Harley. Nobody wants to do that. All right, we have some controversial nerd news after this commercial break.
Have you or a friend been injured on the job while fighting rebel scum? If so, you might be entitled to thousands of Imperial credits. Feeling like just a number? Take it from me, TK5106. The Blaster! I know firsthand what it's like to be on the losing end of a proton torpedo. So if you've been blown up, lightsabered, beaten up by a Wookiee, the Empire owes you money.
Ouch.
Don't feel like you have to ask the Emperor himself for compensation. Leave that to me. the blaster. And I never miss.
Can we please get a new sponsor next week? That guy
No.
creeps me out. Please.
He looks like a legit fellow. I'll hire that guy.
He doesn't even
He
know how
gets
to wear his
business, we
hat.
get business. What?
He doesn't even know how to wear his hat properly.
To be discussed at a future date.
So Kate says, I need these commercials in my life. Yay, I'm glad someone likes them. Okay, so baby, you don't get to push your favorite button anymore.
No!
Harley gets to do it.
This is the name he used me.
You guys thought that the Nerd News song didn't get worse?
It got worse.
It got so much worse.
Yes, it did.
It's so bad.
Yes, it did.
Can you please play that one more time?
I didn't ask for that. She did.
This is the name he used me.
This is what I live with. Jason Smith says, facts. Hats don't go over ears.
I know, dude. I'm a bad nerd.
All righty. Nerd News.
What you got?
Well, in film and TV, How I Met Your Father is going to star Hilary Duff. I thought that was pretty interesting. I like Hilary Duff. Here's the thing. Most of you don't even remember her because she hasn't done things since Lily McGuire, but she has. She's been on Younger for years, and she's so good. So I didn't watch How I Met Your Mother, but I might watch this because of Hilary Duff.
I might go back and watch How I Met Your Mother.
You've said that for years. You've yet to do it.
It's good, right?
You'll love it.
Yeah.
John, are you out
My
of
favorite
focus?
humor.
Did you scoot back? I think you did. Has he been out of focus this whole episode?
Probably. Podcast listeners are like, oh, he's
Do
fine.
you have any film and TV news?
Yes. So Crunchyroll was acquired for $1 billion.
For those who don't know what Crunchyroll is.
Please, Harley, explain.
Crunchyroll is basically like Netflix, but for anime.
Yes. So
Who acquired it?
Sony acquired them. And I saw that price tag and I'm like, they're going to do something big with this. Like it's going to become mainstream. And give us your thoughts, nerds, about anime. Do you want to hear
It
stuff
is.
about anime every week, every month when
I
we're on?
just don't think most of our nerd base is anime.
I don't know. I think we could dig up some anime.
Harley's gotten
fans.
into it lately. I have news that I'm torn on because I'm not a fan of sequels, but Enchanted is my favorite Disney princess movie. And there's going to be an Enchanted sequel. It's called Disenchanted. It'll be on Disney Plus in 2022.
Mm.
So I'm really curious to see that.
Is that going to star McDreamy?
It should just Joe McDreamy and Amy Adams and all of and your McDreamy.
Oh, James Marsden.
The one guy he would leave me, one person he'd leave me for.
Never. I would just incorporate him into our relationship.
But it's not, it has to be mutual, and I don't agree with you on him. What else you got, babe?
Let's see. Disney Plus is rebooting, reportedly, Firefly. What do we think about that?
I never could get in the first Firefly. It's hard for me to get into space shows, but I know that's going to be a lot of happy people. But will it be the same cast like Nathan Fillion?
No, it says rebooting. So that is not the
No, I know what you're saying, the rebooting. I'm just saying, like,
Wait, rebooting?
No,
or
if it's rebooting, they're going to redo it completely. So it's
Yes.
probably new cast and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
But is it part of what people love? Like, I would think Nathan Fillion at least has to have a cameo.
Oh, yeah. A cameo or some, maybe if it's a reboot, he could reprise his old character, but with a new crew in a different situation. Who knows?
Nerds who, you guys like Firefly? Like, are you excited about that?
Yeah.
See,
It's Disney Plus. They've been putting out amazing material.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
What?
Okay, no, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying we'll see.
Okay.
My point is, like, I was really surprised when I got into Star Trek Discovery because I don't like space shows.
But it is good.
So maybe I'll give the new Firefly a chance and let's see what happens. Okay, so a little bit on you guys know what's going on with this whole Scarlett Johansson Disney thing, right? So if you don't know, basically Scarlett Johansson's contract said she gets a percentage of box office sales.
Mhm.
Disney released the movie also on Disney Plus for you had to pay $30 to watch it or whatever, but they released at the same time. And I don't think her contract covered her getting percentage of that.
Right.
So she sues Disney, or she's suing Disney because they basically have screwed over. Her contract did not say they could do streaming at the same time. They're trying to use a loophole. Now they've said they've kind of cut ties from her. All the movies she was supposed to be in are suddenly not going forward.
That's some bull.
It is bull. And the thing is, like, I think the old Hollywood model is actually it's on its way out, right? Like, people who made money, like the stars of Avatar who took percentages, whatever, right? Like, That's not gonna. You can't do that anymore as a Hollywood star. I think you have to have a contract, and SAG's probably going to get involved in this too. I would think you have to have a contract that includes streaming. You just have to now.
Yeah.
So I think what she's doing is right, and she's getting so much hate from people who are like, oh, she's just, she's got enough money, blah blah blah. It's not about the money; it's a principle. Because here's the other thing. One more thing I want to say, and then you can say, because the thing is, if she wins this case, not only is she affected, everybody on her movie that has percentage points are affected. So she's actually helping everybody by putting her face out there.
Well, this is let's frame this in a way that's really easy to understand. She goes into this contract thinking, if I'm going to ask for this because out of the box office, I will get this amount of money
up front.
Right, exactly. So if the studio says, okay, surprise though, we're going to release this at the same time at home, and you're not going to get any of that. Come on, it's not fair. It's pretty obvious. I don't know why.
Kate says, stand your ground. ScarJo, love Disney, but this is a bad call. I do agree. Like I love Disney. I want to work for Disney, but I want to work. I think everybody should be treated fairly as Disney has enough money. They're fine.
Yeah,
like figure it out.
They're doing okay.
Like, you can give up percentage points.
Yeah.
Hey, Kayla, I'm popping in on my break at work. I love you. Y'all look so good. Love the new look. Thanks, Kayla. Dave says, yes, setting a precedent 100%. And Levi, yeah, because Disney doesn't have enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have any more film and TV news?
Nope.
Okay. I want to talk about Disneyland is back for annual passes starting, I think it's August 25th. Is it August 25th? Kate and I have already had this discussion how our fingers will be on the keys, waiting for the moment that it happens to get our magic keys. People are kind of complaining about the prices, but honestly, it's the same price that we paid for our passes before the pandemic. The only difference is there's probably less days. Like in the price we had before the pandemic, we got Sundays, and now we have to go up a tier to get Sundays. And it also sucks. You have to have the reservation system.
I think by restructuring everything, Disney has weeded out all the flaws and tightened up their money making.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, evil mouse empire. Take all my money.
Love you, Disney. Please hire me.
Yes.
No,
I did have one other.
But I'm very excited that we're going to be back at Disney soon.
I forgot one piece of TV news.
Oh, you did?
And a bit of live action stuff that we're going to be seeing. We got our tickets to Mystery Science Theater's traveling tour.
That's right.
But it also means that they are putting out a new season because their crowdfunding campaign just broke records again.
We supported. Where's our merch?
I know. Hey,
MST.
Joel Hodgson, come on the show. Talk about it.
Yeah, come on the show.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Look, we even were inspired by you with our new set.
Yes.
Yeah. I love their live shows. They're so fun.
Guys,
there's still tickets available, I think, maybe for LA if you like them and want to go, but maybe not. They sell it pretty fast.
Yeah.
But if you go, we can have a big group nerd outing.
Got a big party.
Final little bit of news, and I think I should share my screen for this. I won't share my screen for this, but scientists have used human genes to make monkey brains bigger.
It begins.
Has anybody watched a movie in their life? Are these scientists, they're in these little labs, so they don't watch movies?
It begins.
Is
Why?
there a purpose?
Yes.
So they can have monkeys take over the world.
They're basically trying to, they're just doing lab experiments, so whatever they do on the monkeys, in theory goes to humans and will help with cancer and all this other kind of stuff. But
That's how Planet of the Apes started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You damn dirty ape.
It's terrifying. Any more news for you?
That's it.
Guys, I'm so happy we got to see you again.
It's so good to be back.
It was a little rough, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll
really
batten down the hatches.
Really want to thank TB 10620 for joining us. That was a lot of fun. We hope you'll come back. I have more questions I didn't get to.
Oh, many questions. We want to thank producer Harleen Delirious.
Yes, we do. Music is by Chris Edgar.
Our show transitions by the wonderful Steve Richardson.
Writers Erick McAllister, Alexandra Ryan, Kayla I'm going to say her name wrong.
Lanzalaco.
Thank you. Actors you saw, Harleen Silva, Kayla Marie Coates, and one and only John Curtis.
What?
He also wrote those commercials, by the way.
With the help of some other amazing people like Jason Smith.
Our writer nerds kicked in. Yeah, our producers, Jason Smith and Kayla Marie Coates, definitely helped punch those things up and made them really fun.
So thanks everyone for helping make this just a great return. We had so much fun.
It was wonderful spending our Saturday with you, Summer. Thank you guys so much. We will see you on September 9th. We'll be on the road.
Second weekend, second Saturday.
in September.
That's
September
right.
9th. See you then.
See you then, nerds.
Later, nerds. You've been listening to The Nerd Couple Show. If you're having fun nerding out with us, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Rate and review as it really helps others find the show, which helps us keep delivering fun content. We're also on all of your other favorite podcast apps, as well as on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
This show is supported by our listeners just like you. Please visit nerdcoupleshow.com to find all the ways you can help keep supporting us, including our merch shop and direct donation through PayPal. Thank you again for being on this hero's journey with us.